What an amazing night, an intense night fighting. Start right off with blue Boonball with a green below. It was just us 8 and a couple others on home borderland, and then yellow tag missed. Guild came to help. Now watch this. This is just amazing. Right off the blocks, these guys definitely hit hard. And we're just gonna support these guys and sidecar them. So you see blue up there. Apparently Mist was probably also running a Boonball, because watch him face tank and push and bulldoze these guys, and we definitely want to be a part of that. So we're gonna do that, and thank everybody that followed me in squad and on the map. They did a great job, and you're gonna see that with more of these kind of fights through the night. It was really just an amazing night. So I wasn't sure what these guys were doing, which sidecar, and I was cautious at first, but to watch these guys just stand right on these guys and push and grind, just look at that. Amazing job, Mist and my peeps. And it's just a slow bulldozing grind, just awesome. And tonight was first time being able to run in comms in a while, and it was just so much easier than not. And of course, we're not done yet, because we come down and you're going to see green around to the right. There they come in. And yellow, I think a lot of them are going to kind of peter out. I think they had a lot of skills on cooldown after that burn. So we're going to kind of just keep green busy as much as we can. Hopefully take a little bit off the edges as we go. And purple tag only had one other person follow them, but they hung in with us and followed us and supported us tonight. They did a great job, especially with the scouting. And I'll say those two definitely were scrappy fighters. You'll see later on where they just Leroy Jenkins, and you know how much I respect that. But we were able to keep home borderland locked down with just a squad of, I think at the most we got to maybe 15. Okay, as you can see, I'm just harassing these guys. I'm just trying to keep them busy. Keep them using their skills on cooldown until yellow can get back, and yellow's coming in the portal right now. And that's good, because my mantras are all blown out. So I know that I can hang on them if I need to recharge during. If we need to engage before they're recharged, and that's kind of what's going to happen, and that's okay. And watch how they just totally... Well, watch how all of us, totally help burn down this green group. There we go, got my mantras back. Green's up top. Looks like they're going to try and get the drop on us. One of the best strategies that worked for us tonight, you're going to see, is just skirting the edges and cutting through the middle of them, just to keep getting behind them, pushing them the opposite direction back into where they're dropping their bombs, so we're on the safe side of them. It works really well. And even with some of the dynamic stuff, nice spellbreaker bubbles, we managed to win a lot of fights. There's a lot of fights in this video, and everybody did great. Okay, so here we are. Green lasts a bit longer than blue did, just because green's got a better Boonball. Alright, and we're just still... This one's a bit of more of a grind, but great job. And that was the only time we needed someone, Big Brother, to come help us out, but we definitely appreciate Big Brother, because we never would have won this fight with what we had. We still would have done our best. Always do our best, but that was amazing. It helped us save Garrison, and eventually got it tiered up to tier 3. I'm always thankful for the help we get. Thank you again, Yellow Group. Okay, here we go. See him? Just purple, and it's one other guy with him. Leroy Jenkins right off the corner of the tower. And looks like he's got some damage, him and his buddy, because they're already going down, so great work. And this is funny. Our scout shows up and he's just kind of chilling, which was good. Just kind of observing the fight. He knew we had it. Good job. Hope you got at least a bag or two out of that. And we had really good scouts, in squad and out of squad. Purple guy, purple tag was a great scout for fights. That's what we were looking for. Alright, here we go. We've got Knight Boonball, mini, just a few of them about the same size as us, maybe a little bit bigger. I'm going to drop a couple catapults. Actually, they are a bit bigger than us. Drop a couple catapults here. Strip the stability. And had some people working it, and people that were on it did an amazing job keeping that coming, because you're going to see the boulders hit right where they were standing. I think they were trying to go to the edge to avoid being hit, but they still got hit. So that was good. Okay, there's purple. They kind of sidecard with us, which was, they were really good even for 2 peeps. And every person really makes a difference in a fight. Okay, we're already taking them down. You can see the rocks coming in from the side of the screen, slamming right into the platform next to them. There it is. Boom. There's another one. Boom. You see them getting knocked back. So between the catapults, Tower Lord, or Keep Lord, and then stuff that we were doing our own skills, made it a lot easier. So I was going to throw up another catapult, and my friend right there to my right, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. I was tunnel fixated on these guys over here, but I think you just got a rally. So I feel, yeah, you did. I feel a little bit better about that, but sorry that I didn't see you, because you know I like to res my peeps. I don't like leaving people hanging unless there's no way I can get to them. So my apologies on that, but we got you the rally, so I guess we're square, right? Alright, and this guy, we're not letting him get away. Doing pretty well though. Look at this guy. Kind of hard to nail down, but you know what? I like that people get away, and we're gonna stop that right here. I don't know if he dropped from health or because he hit my line. Either way, that was fun. Great job, everyone. All right, here's just a small skirmish. I think we, about the same numbers, might have had 1 or 2 more peeps. At first we certainly do, because here's the main group here. That pull was amazing. I think that was purple tag. Nice pull. And then the other guys come in. You know, you gotta give these other blue guys that came in later credit for just jumping in and going anyways. So yeah, you always gotta appreciate what your enemy does and their tactics. That way, one, you can learn from them too. Just healthy respect is good. They're also playing the same game we are. They also want to win fights. So, good job for taking that one. Yeah, I think we outnumbered them. Alright, here we go. Blue's back. They learned a lesson, they think, but our catapults are still set up, so I got a couple people running over to those. And it's going to be a minute of just looking at each other to kind of bait these guys out. Try and mess with them a little bit. Got an interrupt on there, dropped my line back there. Quite a few, that was nice. Okay, they're going to come pushing out in about a second, because they realize they're not in a good position anymore. And they're certainly not going to get near the Lord without a cat. We got purple putting up an arrow cart, thank you very much. And here they come to make their play. Another arrow cart going up. Yeah, they definitely have more than we do. But we also have the Lord, so that Lord's worth like 5 people easily. Especially because this one's the CC boss. It's just awesome. And we're just going to try and circle around, get them from different edges. And I'm definitely going to take advantage when the Keep Lord puts him in that baby gate. I had great cleansers and healers tonight, as you can see. We were running, I think, Not as much heals as we normally do, but the healers were great. And again, of course, the DPS, those guys did a great job. We couldn't have burned them down without them. Get my stomp in, and then I'm going to go help with the rest of this rabble down below. So a lot of ritualists, and I think that kind of what helped us with the whole Boonball, fighting the Boonball monster, because we had great success with that. It took a bit of time, but we had great success with what we did. Okay, they really wanted air keep, so we're back here. We're going to stack up. They're getting their catapults up. So the cool part about it is when, as you know, when you're in a area you own, you can glide, and so this is great. You got a lot of glide points in air keep. So we're going to kind of come in. I want to try and circle around their boons, or their bomb rather. Got some interrupts in there, and they're pretty thick again. And the other part is to kind of get the catapults as we go by, which we won't really do here, but we do a really cool thing later. Alright, that was a good glide off. And the other part is you want to stretch a Boonball out if you can, because then you can cut through the tail and shave pieces off. Okay, want to get around them. Res my friend. Fabulous. Alright, they're moving over there. Apparently they didn't like purple tag and some of my healers. So we're going to back off a bit. Use the columns to our advantage. Here's another little fun fact. Had someone in my group tonight that was on NG for like maybe the 3rd time ever, and you wouldn't even have known that it was something that was new to them, because very well done. Everybody, but especially when you get someone on a new role, and I think some of these ritualists were kind of new too, so just very impressed with our group tonight. They followed me into some somewhat seemingly impossible situations, and we came out on top. I love those kind of fights. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what to do. It's so nice I don't have to stop and type stuff. Being in comms was great. So took a minute to come back to regroup, and I saw they're still busy over there, so we can get rid of these catas real quick. And I think when we saved this, that wall ended up being at like 2%. And great job to everybody else holding them, purple tag, and the rest of our group over there. Hold them, they realized what we did and they came back, and we're going to glide around, let our stuff come off cooldown. They're going to throw some more katas up. Yeah, little regroup action. And you get to see me do something stupid, which I think there's at least one of those in any of my videos. So I want to drop some arrow carts to put some more pressure on these guys, and I drop a flame ram by mistake. And I see that, oh, flame ram build site. I'm like, no, don't build that. Okay, gotta find the right thing this time. When I was checking, I clicked on it, but I didn't swap it. It still said flame ram, so at least I didn't make the same mistake again. There, it's swapped. That one there. put one right here. And then we're going to come down, put more pressure on these guys. They don't get free hits. So here's what I want to do here. We're going to circle around, get behind them, stack on their catapults behind their bomb, and push them into their own bomb, but at the same time AoE those catapults down. Because that wall was getting dangerously low, and once they're in, man, it's like trying to put bees back in the hive. It ain't going to happen very easily. And interestingly enough, these guys just sat on there. The guy was still catapulted. Look at him, he's still there. He's got the gear on his head. See right there? That's so awesome. Thanks. It was hot in there for sure. I mean, you can see damage. We had good healers. They kept bringing us up. Okay, they got one catapult left. And I think the guy stayed on because they were so close to getting that wall down. And they knew if they got the wall down, they could push in and reposition. So, great job stopping them cold. Alright, I get over here. I figure, you know what, I'm going to go in, regroup, get my mantras back. Everybody else stayed out, which actually worked better because they kept the pressure on and they were doing okay. They were smarter than me and didn't burn through all their skills. So I come out here and then I see that they have them on the ropes, and well, let's go help them finish them off. I can restore my mantras on the fly. Got enough tome skills to get through. And well done, you guys. And there's that guy we chased in the last clip. Off the Lord. He didn't make it as far this time. Alright, amazing. Very good job. Alright, so this is our last fight of the night, and this was really good. So what happened was we actually lost to them outside Firekeep. Some were coming back. I'd come back. Some were still fighting. We're slowly backpedaling, and I was coming up. And I didn't even see them at first. Why? I'm looking at the map like, okay, what do we got going on? And like, oh wait, we got people down here. So what I'm going to do is have us regroup up here to the side. I want to try to draw them through the choke and circle around and hit them from the tail. So this is just a minute of waiting. So if you want, this is a good point for you to maybe go get that piece of toast or something, or a sandwich, because it's about 30 seconds of us waiting. You know, empowering, swiftness, all that fun stuff. So it's trying to get them to pull through, and slowly the allies that weren't in comms eventually come up here because they're forced to retreat. And I didn't know if we could win this fight, to be honest, but I took it anyway, and we surprised ourselves. Because we're again outnumbered here. Here we go. Coming around. Get some interrupts, good. Get my line down. Using tome 1-3, tome 1-4. I always love to drop the fire on them because it's another thing they gotta deal with, and if they get downs, they're not resin as easily. Alright, they got someone resin him, very good. Gonna res our own person, thank you very much. Couldn't get that guy, sorry. Okay, and with Boonballs, like you see what I'm doing, we keep moving, keep shaving pieces off the side and the back. We're now lost a few people. They're starting to port and run back. Got my stomp here. Or almost did he get up, but they're going to get him. Okay, now you can see, wow, there's still quite a bit of them. So, looks like we're on the ropes, but we got peeps coming back, so I'm just going to keep them busy. Give them a chance to run back. And they're going to yank me off the side here, which actually works to my benefit, because my peeps were down in that little ramp coming up. So here we go. It's a great pull on their part. Wasn't there yet. Okay, I thought I got pulled. I know it's coming up. So trying to press them from the back. Here's the pull. because all my stuff after that last burst trying to survive wore me down. Great Necropole. Look at him. Nice job. I'm going to move down the ramp. Got allies down there. We're going to regroup around the corner. Out of line of sight. I don't like that corner. I like this corner. Let's go to this corner. Okay, and you can see allies are running back. They're going to be with us soon. And we're going to push. My man's just going for it. Gotta support my peeps. Okay, they're going upstairs. I did not want to follow them. Awesome pull. Watch this. And this pull was critical, I think, to our success because he got 3 people, which was 3 apparently important people, because once we put these guys down, the rest of these guys are going to fold like a bad calzone. Alright, now I'm going to push the stairs. They came down. I want to get a look at what's going on, and of course I'm just going to cannonball right in the middle of them. And if you are running Healbrand, if you have the trait where you heal and you dodge roll, it's what I've got. So I see me dodging all the time. 2 things. Keeps you alive longer, and it heals people at the end of your dodge roll, which is a free heal really, because you also have traits that increase vigor. So your endurance regeneration is up as well. So make sure you make use of that. Now this is the tail end. We're just going to push them until they are done. They're broken. So we definitely owned these guys tonight, and that was great. Alright, we're going to chase them all the way back until they're consumed. Coming up, I'm going to get this guy with the line. Slows them up. Allows us to grab them. Catch up. Great job. And this is where we're going to finish these guys off. It's a great night. Great people to run with. Again, I'm building my guild, MEEK. We do PvE stuff like raids, convergences, trainings, but also I want to build up world versus world stuff. So this is the kind of stuff you can expect if you run with me in MEEK. I like to do fights. I like to do stuff. I am also, any skill level's fine. I'll train, I'll help, I'll teach to the best abilities I have. I don't have the market corner and everything, but I can help you win fights. And just I want a special thank you to people that followed me and came along tonight. And Purple Tag, great job. And of course Mist for bailing us out. And thank you for watching. Hope this was entertaining and helpful, and hope you have a most excellent day.